everybody, my name's Lucky. I'm a professional makeup artist with 30 years of experience, and I thought that I would show you how to do a smoky eye. If you think this is going to be helpful, maybe hit subscribe, give me a like, or don't. The first and a very imperative step is to use some sort of eye primer. It's going to keep your eyeshadow from creasing, and it will keep it in place all day long. I find with eye primers, you have to use only a teeny tiny little bit. If you use too much, it can actually steer you wrong. It will start to work against you. So just a tiny little bit. And the other thing that you should do is wait for it to dry before you start applying your eyeshadow. I am going to use the Makeup by Mario. Ooh, she dusty. Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. And one of my favorite kinds of brushes to use for a smoky eye is a crease brush. It helps to apply the product in a very soft and blended out manner. And I think that that is the key to your smoky eye looking good. So how you pick up with a brush like this is with the tip. You don't lay it flat and you don't press too hard. The whole point of this brush is that it's meant to fit into the orbital bone of your eye. And when you swipe it back and forth or use tiny circles, the brush does a lot of the work for you. So I am going to start light and then work my way darker. That is the easiest way that I find to do it. If you start dark, sometimes it's too much and then you can't go backwards. So start lighter and slowly build up to the darker color. So I'm going to use this color at the very end here. I'm going to just swirl the tip of my brush around. So there's about that much product on it. And I'm going to look straight ahead at myself in the mirror and just kind of windshield wiper back and forth. It's important to do this way instead of closing one eye, because as soon as you do that, you misshape everything. You can't see what you're shading, and you need to see how other people are going to see you. So again, on the other side, just kind of like a windshield wiper back and forth. And really, we're just adding some dimension. And now I'm going to start blending that slightly higher towards my brow so that it starts to diffuse. I'm going to do a very classic smoky eye, which means that the darkest color starts at the lash line and then slowly fades up to something lighter. There's many ways to do a smoky eye. You can also do this with any color gradation. You could do it with purples or greens or what have you. I like a nice soft smoky eye, so this is why I'm going to do it with neutral colors. Now I'm going to go in with a slightly deeper tone. We had started over here, so I think I'm going to work my way over here. I'm going to pick up around the same amount of color on the tip of the brush. And with this one, I'm going to start slightly lower on my lid, and I'm just kind of circling and swiping the color onto the lowest part of my lid from my lash line kind of up into my crease. And it's giving just a nice soft, very gradual gradation. Again, same brush. I'm gonna go a little bit darker. I think I'm gonna hit this dark brown. As soon as you get into these darker colors, you actually just kind of want to tap your brush in there. You don't want to load your brush up a whole ton. As I said, if it's too dark, it's really hard to go backwards from there. I'm going to start at the outer edge of my eye, and I'm going to start to work that back over the lowest part of my lid, just above my lashes. And then as I get into my crease, I'm going to swipe it back and forth like a windshield wiper. And do the same thing on the other side. Now, this is where, at this point in the makeup, you kind of want to look straight ahead into the mirror and make an assessment about how much more you might want. So I think I could go a little smokier because I have a bit of a hooded eye. I think I could actually take this up a little higher. So I'm going to look straight ahead at myself in the mirror, and I'm going to go just above the crease of my eye. So that when I look straight ahead, I'm actually getting the color payoff that I want. And again, just keep blending. Now from here, you can kind of keep it kind of round like this, or you can do more of a cat eye shape, which I can show you how to do. It's kind of fun. You go back in with one of the lighter toned browns, and I'm going to start at the corner of my eye and just start to get the shape that I want and bring it out. It's important to do this with that sort of mid-tone color because things with a smoky eye can get too dark pretty fast. And I'm sure that most of you, if you're not really well versed at doing a smoky eye, you've run into this problem before. Now I'm going to smoke out the bottom of my eye. So I'm going to use a small fluffy brush, and I'm going to go back into that mid-tone brown. And I'm going to work that right under my lash line. Keep it soft. Now I'm going to go in with one of my favorite smoky eye pencils. This is Chanel, and the color is Electric Brown. Just make sure that you get it right into your lash line. And you can actually take that pretty high up onto your lid. It really helps to give some definition to your smoky eye. Now you can also take it under your lash line. How far in you go on your eye is kind of a personal preference. But I kind of like to drag it back and forth through, almost through my lashes, really. Almost done. Now I'm going to go in with a black pencil. This one's from Iconic London. And I'm going to tight line my waterline of my eye. So this is where you go underneath your lashes. And then you can also pull it into your bottom waterline. Now, from here, if you wanted to, you could do a little flick, or you can pull it right into the inner corner of your eye. I like to do the inner corner because I feel like it gives the eye a very feline look, which I'm a big fan of. Curl your eyelashes. Start very close to the base of your lash. and then move it out a couple millimeters. Squeeze it again, and squeeze it again. You don't want to squeeze it just one time because it gives your lashes this kind of big crimped L shape, and you want them to have a natural slope as they ascend from your eye. On a smoky eye, I do like a little bit of a bottom lash. This is the MAC Extended Play Lash. This is my favorite mascara for bottom lashes because it will never ever give you a raccoony halo, which happens with my eye because my lashes touch my skin. So I have to be very careful. Also, if I'm doing a red carpet, I need to be able to put something on my celebrity that I feel confident that they are going to live in for quite a few hours and be photographed and not have to worry about their mascara smudging or leaving like a weird halo around their eye. Top lashes, I love MAC Stack Mascara. Really gives a lot of volume to the lash on the top. If you wanted to, you could also go in and add a false lash. But I'm just going to do a softer daytime smoke. Maybe one more layer. A little tip when you're powdering your face. This is just the MAC blot powder and a little sponge. I like to powder the areas of the face that tend to look more oily. I don't mind leaving certain areas, like sometimes the center part of the nose, but definitely the center part of the forehead. There's a difference between looking dewy and looking greasy. And these areas, if you don't powder them, especially if you're being photographed on a red carpet, they don't look good if they're shiny. The chin, bit of the jawline, but really if there's any kind of glow going on from natural oils on the skin, on the cheeks and upper part of the cheekbone, I leave it because I like that kind of natural sheen to the skin. And that is how I do a smoky eye. I hope you found it helpful.